On a dull and gloomy and very, very cold winter's day, I'm going trout fishing and I'm using worms for bait. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now, it's the week leading up to the closed season. At the time of filming, the season is still open, but by the time you watch this video, it will be closed. So just because you're watching it in the closed season does not mean that it was filmed in the closed season. Right, I've got one light split shot, one juicy janjuck worm on there. I've drifted into this pool. I'm using worms because we've had a lot of rain. As you can tell, the creek is quite high enough colour, and there will be worms washing into the system and the trout will be looking for worms. Got him straight away. Oh, would you believe it? Look at the size of the thing. You wouldn't read about it. Look at the size of this rainbow trout that's wrapped me around all that stuff. Oh, I can go down a little bit. There is absolutely no way that I'm getting water in my gumboots today. We have had a week of Arctic weather. Oh, I left me secateurs in the car, you idiot. This is a big rainbow trout. Now I fish this creek quite a bit on this channel, and the reason I've come back here today is just because it's the end of the season and I wanted to make sure I went to a spot that I know has got a few fish in it too. I wanted to make the most of the last couple of fishing trips of the season, if you know what I mean. Oh, come on, mate. That's a big guy. It's out. It's out. I just got to hope it doesn't get off. It's out, all right, out in the current. Right. You've got to keep it away from that bloody blackberry. No, I can hear the blackberry. I really need to get that blackberry out of the scene, don't I? Come on, mate. Come on, big old rainbow. Big, fat rainbow. Oh, I'm wrapped in the blackberries. I'm falling over. I'm out. I've caught a monster. Look at that. I'll get it up here for a quick photograph. Wow. Look at the size of that beautiful big rainbow. Rainbow trout. See you later, mate. Get ready to spawn. The rainbow trout don't spawn this time of year. They start around late June, early July. What a great way to start this trip. Righto, now I'm going to put my line back in. I just slide my split shot down a little bit. I've got a fresh wormy on. Now, as I said when I was reeling that fish in, the reason I've come to this stream today is because the season's about to close, and I wanted to go to the place that I knew I was most likely to catch a fish. I fish here quite regularly, and I do alright in this creek. I didn't want to end the season on a donut. There's a bite. Got him. Not as big as the last one, but another nice little rainbow. And once again, he also is wrapped around the blackberries. I put him in the water so that he doesn't die while I untangle it. I can't even do that. What I'll do, I'll unhook him, then I'll unhook my line. Right, wet my hand. Another thing you'll notice is I'm fishing downstream, which is something that I don't do very often. And that's because with the water being so dirty, it's much more forgiving. It's harder for the fish to hear and see me here at the moment. Lovely little rainbow number 2. See you later, mate. As I was saying, with the water being high and dirty, it's much more forgiving, meaning that the fish can't hear or see me as easy as they normally would, or feel my vibrations and see me as easy as they normally would. And I've got a fresh worm on, I'll put it back in. As I was saying, one of the good things about the water being so high and dirty is it's a lot more forgiving. I don't have to be as sneaky and stealthy. The fish can't see me as easy as they can when the water's clear. There's a bite. Got him. Oh, another nice one. Not as big as the halfway between the first and the second one. Now you go near the blackberries. Oh, right. Bloody blackberries. They're a pain in the bum. That is another beautiful rainbow trout. Lovely rainbow trout. See you later, mate. But I'll see if I can catch one more troutie in this pool, and then I'll move up. I'm going to slide my split shot sinker down a bit closer to my worm. That makes it easier to cast, and see if I can cast right down the bottom of the pool a bit better. Right, I've caught 3 in this pool. I've given it another 15 minutes or so. Now I'm going to move upstream. I'll give you a bit of a tip if you're using this rig. I don't know whether it's got a name, and I just call it a split shot. A split shot with a small hook. You can slide, if you crimp the split shot closed properly, you can slide it up and down. The further away from the hook it is, the harder it is to cast, because this bit wobbles around as it casts and will catch on branches and stuff. So the closer to the hook the split shot is, the easier it is to cast. But the further away from the hook the split shot is, the more movement it's got. If the split shot finds somewhere to rest on the bottom as the current dies off, this will move around quite a bit in the current and attract a bit of attention. Whereas if the split shot's right down here, it doesn't move so much. Some people don't like a split shot at all, they prefer just to drift, and that's fine. I like fishing an unweighted worm myself, but not when it's this high and this much current coming down. I prefer a split shot just to help get my worms down and sort of sit in one spot on a backwater. I've got a funny feeling there's a big snag in this hole. Is that a nibble? Or did I just hit something? That's a nibble. I'm getting a nibble. Something's pecking at it. Got it. Oh, yep, tiny. Look at the size of that little weeny one. A stark contrast from that first fish that I caught. You know what though? They all count. And next year, if this rain keeps up, the growth rates will be great. Next year he'll be quite a bit bigger. Beautiful. Those little spots are called par markings, and they're prominent on juvenile trout like this one. See you later, mate. In some spots where the trout grow fast because there's lots of food in the system, those par markings can still be evident on the fish when they're up to 40 centimetres long. I wonder how many of those really small trout like that get eaten by the big one like the first one that I caught. Watch this, I'm going to put that down, I'm going to wash my hands because I've got worm dirt and fish slime all over them. And then I'm going to check that line and see if there's a fish on it, and there could be because it's getting a bite. I just happened to look up and see the line moving. Yep, there it goes, it's getting a bite now while I'm washing my hands. Look, can you believe that? They love worms after it's been raining. Now it's wrapped around that bloody thing. Is the fish on there? No, it was wrapped around the grass, but it was definitely getting a bite there then. So there's still at least one more hungry fish in there. I haven't finished washing my hands yet. Not to the Robbie fishing standard anyway. There's a nibble. It's got it. It's got it. It's playing with it. Got it. Got him. Tiny one. Another tiny one. I've gone from the grandparents' house down there to the grandkids' house up here. This is a healthy stream. Similar sort of... It's going to show you that one, but he had other ideas. Is there any of my Jan-Juck worm left on the hook, or is it they're tough as buggery, these worms? It's a bit mangled, but I'll just see if it's good enough for one more fish or not. I saw me, there we go, he's got it. Got him. Oh, he got off. He's another tiny one. He was another tiny one. I don't think he'll come back now. I think he's been stung. Isn't it amazing that the hole down around the corner there, I caught 3 fish. The average size was probably 35 centimetres. I get up here and the average size is 10 centimetres. I've only come probably about 50 metres. Got him. I was wondering what was happening there. I thought it was on a snag. Oh, look at this for a fish. That was really bizarre. I didn't feel any bites. I just, oh, he got off. Right, I'm going to move upstream. There's another nice pool right there. I don't know whether I should fish it from the bottom. I'm thinking I might cross over here and walk through all that crap and come down and fish it from the side. I think that'll be better. If the water was really clear, I'd definitely come at it from this side, from the bottom end. But because the water's dirty and it's a lot more forgiving, I think I'll go this way. I'll just lob that there, close that and lean that there. Just chill out for a few seconds. See what happens. Oh, there's a bite straight away. Didn't take long at all. Got him. Oh, good fish. Chill out for 2 seconds. I didn't even get time to put my cold hands in my pockets. Gee, that was close. That water is half an inch from my bog. I could see the bottom and I thought, oh, it's not too bad, but it was just leaves. That was a close call. I'm on a mission to keep my feet dry today. Look at the size of this trout. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. You're a good fish. You're a good fish. A good fish. Oh, yes. I managed to keep my feet dry just. And I caught this beautiful big hen rainbow trout. I'll get a quick photo of this one. Folks, I know this isn't to everybody's taste, but I've decided to keep this one for the smoker box. I'm not far from my car here, so I'll just carry that with me and take one home for a feed before the season closes. There's lamy trout there on the damp ground. Probably colder out here at the moment than it is in my fridge, and that's not even an exaggeration. The fridge runs at 4 degrees and I think it's 2 at the moment, or thereabouts. Oh, I thought I had him then. I felt a little bit of weight and it swam across with the worm. There's a hungry fish in there, but I don't think it's very big. I reckon he'll come back. I don't think I've felt too much. I've now got a snag. I reckon 9 times out of 10, that's the split shot that gets snagged and not the hook. Alright, I've got a fresh split shot and a fresh worm. Let's see if this fish is still out there and still hungry. And see if I can catch it without catching that same snag that I just caught. Well, there's a bite straight away. That didn't take long. That's a small fish. I can feel him. Got him. I was right. I can't really get to the water here. Oh. I'll try and minimise how much I touch you, mate. And I didn't do a very good job. The smallest one today. Beautiful little rainbow. Blackberries. You gotta love them. Check this out. I'm going to show you a worm rigging technique that was taught to me by my young friend Will O'Connor. Watch this. Just put it through once and let it wiggle like that. I normally wrap it through 3 or 4 times, slide it up the hook. But Will showed me this. He said naturally fish don't just nibble on worms. They see them and they just slurp the whole worm in. So let's go and see how that works. Let's wander up to this next pool. Oh, the sun's coming out. Beauty. It looks so funny to see that entire worm just dangling like that. I reckon I need to get the worm up there into that fast current. Got him. It worked. He slurped it in just like Will told me they would. Look at that. Will, you're a genius if you're watching. And look at that, he's not even, I was worried he might slurp the hook and all in, but he hasn't. He's slurped that entire worm in. And the hook's just in the roof of the mouth. He's going to get him to open his mouth. So I can pop that out of there. There you go. Certainly not the smallest, certainly not the biggest, just another lovely rainbow trout from today's little mission. See you later, mate. The old guy up the road from me loves gardening and he told me to put a bit of manure on my strawberries. I'm never doing that again, I can tell you. They tasted bloody terrible. Righto, another worm rig just pinned through the tail once. Can I catch another worm slurper? No doubt many of you use this technique already, but I've got to admit, in all my years of fishing, I'd never rigged a worm like that until Will O'Connor showed me about 8 or 9 years ago. Let's bite. Something's playing with it. Missed him. My worm's there, he hasn't slurped the whole worm in yet. Could be another real little one, would be my guess. It's a bite. Something's playing with it, I'll give it a bit of slack to really suck it in. It's gone slack, I reckon he's got that. Oh, he did have it too. Oh, he took the worm. He slurped me worm clean off the hook. Let's do it again, just one little pin through the top. This is fun. Did you bite straight away? Got him. Reckon I get down to the water, down here. Sorry mate, you probably don't like being out of the water like this, but I won't keep you out. Righto, pinned in the side of the mouth. Another Jan Juck worm slurper. See you later mate, awesome. Right, I'll pin that through the end again, just once. I'll put the lid on my worms. Then I'll check my worm and see if it's had a bite yet. Generally it doesn't take long if it's going to get a bite. They're really on the chew today. There's a bite. Got him. Oh, look at the size of it. Actually hooked it under the mouth. Worm hasn't even been in your skin, mate. Gone. Well, what an amazing trout fishing session that was with worms. I'm back at the car now. I'm about to have a nice hot cup of ginger tea. Just perfect on a cold winter's day like this one. I hope you all enjoyed this video and thank you all very, very much for watching it.